Hello, Artur. How you doing? Let's get it. Yeah, that'll work. Doing pretty good. That's good. Are you doing the sheet? What sheet? I am. So this is a piece of leather that I dyed earlier today with coffee, and then we're going to be making a sheet for this knife. So that's what we're doing. I've just outlined the piece of leather, and then I've also got the forge heating up outside, so I can anneal the spear from the other day, because that was way too hard to drill through. Oh, the Imperial Cat, how you doing? Alright, I'm gonna go chuck this in the forge, and then we're just gonna heat it up, and then I'm gonna completely block off the forge and let it cool down really slowly so it softens it. Alright, yeah. So I haven't made many, like, good sheaths before, but I think what we're gonna do with this one, I'm gonna have, here, I'll just sketch it out. So, like, if this is side one, well, it won't be like that, it'll be more like that, and then alright, so there's one, like, the knife drawn on one side, and then if I flip it over so it's like that, then that should leave, like, if we cut the leather, like, if we fold the leather over, the gap in the middle should leave enough space, and then we can, like, stitch it up and stuff. I think it'll be cool. And then I want to have a pocket clip. All the hail almighty duck. Hello, River Creed. Are you in one of the Discords? Yeah. Tell me where you're from. And then we'll do some cutouts and stuff and fold it over. And then I'm probably just going to use these little pop rivets to, like, make it go. And to fasten it all together, because I don't want to sew the whole thing. That would take too long. But yeah, it'll be fun. Alright, let's see. I'm going to go... Here, I'll take y'all. You don't need to be plugged in quite yet. So, if we flip around, you can see I've got the blade in there, and I'm just gonna, I mostly heated up the section that was hot earlier, so I'm just gonna pull this through and back again, like, to try and heat up the whole thing, and it's gonna be really tough to anneal the whole entire length of it, but I'm gonna try. Beautiful forge. I guess you could say that. I don't particularly like it. It works, but it's not, like, great. Oh, Mahir. Hey, how you doing? I'm just pulling it through, and then I'll probably leave it like semi in the middle to try and get as much of the tang heated up as possible. And then just hope I don't get any hard spots in the bits that I'm not able to soften. So I'll just let that cook for a while and continue working on the leather. So, there. So that's our plan right now. Can you see the knife outlines I've drawn on there? And then if we do cutouts, say, like that, and like, no, maybe not like that. A little farther out. Something like that. So what is it I'm making? I'm making a sheath for this knife that I made a bit ago. It's gonna be like a boot knife, so it's gonna have a little clip and it's gonna go in my boot and it's gonna be great. But I want to try and get this like nicely centered. Maybe have this as the wider side of it. But like that, and then another one on the other side. Yeah. I have more paper. Let's cut out. Let's cut out this template and see how it looks on the leather. There, so that's the template cut out, and you can see when you fold it over, it makes a shape that will hopefully make a pretty nice sheath for the knife. Right? Use a drill press with a dart fixed to it, make holes in your leather more accurate and quicker than doing it. That's a good idea. I had, let's see, where is it? Hopefully I don't stab myself finding it. I made this unreasonably sharp little dart, and I didn't think about putting it in the drill press. That's a really good idea. Thank you, I will do that. So, I think instead of having it like this, most people use like a, like it's not fully symmetrical. So, probably choose the bigger side. So let's cut it in half, and then if we plunk this down, then let's see. How do you like mark out your leather, RC? I don't want to like scribe lines into it, or do you just use like a pencil that you can erase? Might also be able to use a belt hole tool. Yeah, I've tried like a whole bunch of different things for making holes in leather. The best way I've been able to figure out how to do it is just drilling holes. But like getting like a an awl and putting it in the drill press is a really good idea. So let's see. Can I just use my pencil? Yeah, the pencil kind of marks on the leather. So we're just gonna like trace out the hello, how you doing, Henry? Alright, and then if we flip it over the line, we're off. So we'll have to maybe adjust it a little bit. So we're on, just a little bit more, so we're completely on the leather. And then we're gonna be good. Alright, you can see we've got a where's the light? I don't know if you can see, yeah, you can kind of see the pencil marks. So I think that'll work. Like, it's like that. And then also like that. Yeah, I think that's good. RC, if you're still here, and like you're good at leather, right? So we're based. I'm in Pennsylvania. It's in America. In the eastern, not on the East Coast, but close. So yeah, I think that's good. RC, if you're still here, if you want to give the go-ahead on that, I might message Mule Power Forward. She's a friend of mine, and he does really good leather work. So, yeah. Show it closer? Yeah, sure. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can kind of see the leather, or the, there you go, you can see the pencil lines. So I think that looks good. We have to leave enough room for the rivets, but yeah. I might do a test piece. Maybe just like try and practice using the drill press with this awl thing, like you suggested, RC. Because I've never done that before, so. What have you made recently? One sec. Actually, it's in the forge. That, spear that I was working on the last couple of days. The Eclipse spear. I don't know exactly what we're gonna call it, but it's like, it's gonna be really cool. Arthur can tell you more about that. He's been helping me plan stuff out with that. Side note, the most likely the most useful stream, since I have to work with cloth and leather in school sometimes. That's cool. I barely know anything about like leatherwork. I'm just kind of making it up as I go. There's people who are like really good at this kind of stuff and have actually have all the tools to like actually do it properly. So yeah, if you're really looking to learn stuff, I'd suggest looking into that. But yeah, so basically we're making a short sword with a long handle similar to Zombie Tool's spit. Yeah, that's basically. That worked perfectly. So, yeah. I think this is good. Arthur, you probably know more about leather stuff than me. But, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead with that. I can always get a new piece of leather, though it won't be dyed. I'd have to dye it after the fact. But let's see, how are we going to cut this out? Y'all down in here. I'll probably just use like a random knife. Let's see. I should get like a cutting mat or something for in here so I'm not tearing up my knife blades. Alright, so we're still on a bit of a name search, but I think I need this. Soul Invictus. Yeah, we're gonna do something similar to that. I've got some more ideas for how the, you know, like the final look of it. That I think something something like that. Based around like the moon more. That'd be what I'd go with. And do I have? Here, I'll try this. But yeah. By the way, idea of having a second? Yeah, at some point I'll probably make another one that's like based around the sun, and the like the aesthetic of it is the sun, because this one's gonna be like the moon, and I might even do a different type of weapon. But yeah, copper, brass, like copper, more bronze and brass and copper. And that, like for this one, I'm thinking about doing using acid and like dripping it on to the blade in specific places to make like a cratery look. What do y'all think about that? I think that would be really cool. And I was discussing it with Arthur earlier. And he seems to like it as well. The sun shield. Ooh, that's a good idea. I don't really have the stuff for shield making, but I could definitely give it a go. Like a copper shield, a really shiny copper and brass shield. That's a good idea. Alright. There, we've got the one piece cut up. I'm thinking of Skyrim Spellbreaker. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, that's a good idea. right here. Amaris spear. Amaris means child of the moon. Oh, that's cool. That's a good idea. Yeah. Something with Luna. Yeah, Luna I know means moon. So something cool with that. Yeah, I think the Mars is cool, but like I want to probably try and avoid action like Spanish and French and whatever other languages that people like speak. So like something with the I don't know like Old Norse or Latin or something like that, a dead language that's like cool, you know. Yeah, I should probably check on the spear. Take y'all out and flip y'all around. Oh yeah. That's doing pretty good in there. Probably heat up the end and then just fit as much of it as I can. Alrighty, one sec. Y'all entertain yourselves for a little bit. Alrighty, what y'all got? Soul Invictus, Roman god of the sun, Luna, the goddess of the moon, so it could be a nice contrast. Yeah. What about me? You're not too far off with that. I don't even know how to spell it really. Let's see if the natives and use their language. Yeah, there have been the problem with that is that there's so many like native tribes and stuff, and they each pretty much have their own language. That, like, which one do you choose? Yeah, Pennsylvania, that. Hosta Lunae, Spear of the Moon. Yeah, that's cool. I think they go with that. Like, that sounds like a deal. So, I got the Spear, Hosta Lunae, Spear of the Moon, bricked up in the forge, and I also accidentally touched the top of the forge with my knuckle, and now it's turned to charcoal. But other than that, we're all okay, and ready to continue on with this sheath. You did name the spear, right here. So, let's see. Can we bend this right now? Oh yeah, we can. Alright. Might have to make a cut back there. Alright. Cool. Let's figure out how much is. I think we're gonna need to cut a slit out of the back of, I guess, the spine here, because the way this is, like, the way it is, I'm not gonna have enough room, I don't think. Like, you can see how close that is. I'm not gonna have enough room to, like, have it be perfect. So, yeah, it is very nice that everyone's helping. And, like, I certainly don't know enough Latin to be able to do this properly. And I'm kind of lazy, so I don't feel like Googling it. But I trust y'all guys. And if that's the wrong translation, then I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get there. But, yeah. I think for, let's see, for this section, I don't think we need a bit for this section. You Googled it? Okay, cool. But we're definitely going to need one across here. Alrighty. Could use this. I think this isn't going to be long enough, is it? Yeah, no, there's no way. There's no way that's going to be long enough. So, let's see. I wonder if I cannibalize a couple of these. Let's see. Alrighty. My copy means Moon Knight, I think. I'm jealous. The most creative thing I can do is 3D print. In Old Norse. I'll have to think about that. So, yeah, sorry if late, but I'll go into that extra using my son and move the spear. Yeah. But, like, the size of leather I had, the piece of leather I had shrunk a lot. Like, it shrunk like 1.5 inches. This is how wide the original piece of leather was. And this is how wide the piece of leather that I got is. Like, so I put it in hot instant coffee to dye it, and it shrunk like a lot. So what I'm thinking about doing for the rivets is, if I take them apart, I get this. And, like, then I have this little bit of steel rod, then I can probably take, like, 2 of these pieces and put them inside. Yeah, coffee. I used coffee to dye it. It works. So let's see. Put two of these together, that's too thick. So I might have to take a little bit off. How would I do that? Like that, and then you get a file. When you're making you'd make pirate maps that cool and make it look old like a tea bag. Unless it's, I think that might just be a British thing. I've never done that, but I don't know. I think that might just be a British thing on here. How did that get that hot? Alrighty. Does this still fit through here? Alrighty, so I've shortened this one down quite a bit. And let's see, how thick is it? It might be good enough that if I do, I'm going to have to do a whole bunch of these, aren't I? Why what? Hang on. Keep following your dreams, young man. You're one of the good people. Thank you. I appreciate that. Weather sucks. Government is very good. People are horrible. Yeah. Britain is something else. Alright, so, let's see. God, is that? There we go. So, I've got this little piece. Yeah. Yeah, I have, a project. One of the things I'm working on at school, I'm doing a project on knife laws. And, dude, y'all aren't allowed to have anything. Like, nothing. Like, it's crazy. I can't imagine not being allowed to have a knife, like, at all. Pop that back open. Now we've got half a rivet. I always carry a knife even during school. I keep it in my pocket most of the time. Alright, we can't do that here. In America, no knives in school. But outside of, I think it's schools and courthouses, I think you're not allowed to have knives, and the rest of the time it's fine. No, I can't legally drink in the US. I can't in the UK. You can actually drink from age of 5. Jesus. Neither can I just don't show it. Okay, yeah. That's fair. I don't like. What were the consequences if you were to get caught with that? Because I have a feeling it's more than here with the amount of problems we've had with like school shootings and stuff. go hiking and carve stuff. Still carve the bow. That's awesome. Yeah, making like a homemade bow like that is, I think, just like one of those childhood experiences that everyone has. Like pretty much no matter what kind of background or like where you live, everyone has made a bow when they were a kid at some point. Like it's just one of those things that you do. Alrighty. Send a pic in the Sellsword Art server? Hell yeah. You do that. I want to see this. Alright, let's see. That, I think, is too thick, but we're getting there. You can see where I'm going with this, right? Let's see. Fiance wants to get into whittling, and I'm getting into forging, so I make stuff together. That's awesome. It's really nice to be able to have, like, be doing stuff like that. Alright, see you in a little bit, Archer. I'll definitely check the server. I have Discord up on my laptop over there, so I'll check it once you get back. Currently 3D printing a Witcher sword, but at some point I want to forge one. That's cool. I want to forge one as well. That would be really nice to do, but it's a big project. See, is that still? Yeah, I need to take a lot off this. I don't even have forge yet. That says you can modify the old chimney you have. I don't know. I guess you could try. And it's worth a try, probably, unless you, like, burn down your house. I'm assuming it's outside. You're not going to be, like, forging in your living room. Yeah, outside, that'll probably work then. We just get a little blower in there and be able to blow propane through it and you'll be good. Or blow air through it and you'll be good. Would an old leaf blower work for that? That might be too strong. You can try though. It wouldn't be big enough for a big forge, but for my little mini propane forge, I have an old computer fan. So the option, there's tons of options. A lot of people use like a hair dryer. So yeah. Alright, we're getting there. Got the bow, get 5 picks in 5 minutes or so. Alright. Let me know when you do, I want to see that. Alright, may do that with the hair dryer. I've never personally used one, but you go to like a yard sale or whatever the British equivalent is. And I can't imagine they'd be very expensive. Car boot sale. Yeah. So check some of those and see if they've got a hair dryer. Come on. Okay, cool. I think that'll do it. So what I've done is I've basically taken the little collapse bit off a rivet, and so now I've got a rivet with 2 of them. And then, have I ever forged a pendant? Yes, I made this one. And then I've done a whole bunch more as well. So they're not too bad. Doors hammers are pretty easy, and then like other stuff, it's just a matter of making whatever shape you want and then either making a loop on it or putting a hole in it. So let's see. Okay, now I've got this little bit on the wrong side of the thing. Send it? Alright, let's see. That's awesome, dude. I love that. That's really big, too. Damn, was that like a big branch or something that you made that out of? That's awesome. Yeah, does it like shoot good? Because that would be amazing if it like actually shot good as well. You cut a tree. That'll work. Alright, actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, I don't know what that's gonna be. I'm gonna paint this over a little bit. Just a little, maybe file on it a little bit as well. Maybe pocket saw with you by accident. Hey, if it gets the job done. Alright, let's see. Let's go over. Is this, Practice piece. Okay, here's the practice piece. Oh, I did. That's gonna be interesting to make it big enough. Let's see. I'll just do a practice piece with this, with a couple of pieces of leather with this one. Alright, I've got the 3 pieces of leather there, and then I've got them all stacked up. Turn this on. Now I've got a hole through all of them. Let's take it back over here. And then, come on, get in there. There we go. The hole wasn't quite big enough, I don't think. Let's see, can I make it go? Yes, I can. Can I make this one go? Probably not. How would I even open it? Maybe if I use the actual riveting tool, that would work. This is super sketchy, y'all. But holy crap, it worked. Look at that. There's our rivet. Now, get a pair of these. Pop it. And then okay, I left a little bit too much material on this side, but other than that, that worked. And I cannot believe it did, but it worked. Holy crap. Like that's firmly fastened in place. Look at that. That's awesome. Let's go. Alrighty. How many rivets do y'all think we want? Maybe like 5 along this edge, 6 total along this edge. You're definitely going to need one at the tip, and then one over here. So what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total. I think that sounds about right. And we need something to put all the little offcuts and bits in. Let's see, do I have... This'll work. There we go. Now, cut this in half, and then punch it back out with this piece. That's goddamn. There we go. Aha! Found it. I need like a perfectly sized. Let's see, is this perfectly sized? No, I need like an 1/8 inch hole to, or maybe a 3/16 inch hole to clean these out. Take the 3/16. Too big. Perfect. Okay, that worked. Maybe this plus just a little bit more. Let's take that. Will this work? No. I should just drill a hole in the thing. Alright. One sec. My necklace? Yeah, I made that. I made this from Baker Forge and Tool offcut, Damascus offcuts. And it was awesome. Alrighty, here's another rivet. Here's a rivet ready to go in. Let's get first rivet ready. Maybe start off with here. Just rivet this together. let's go drill a hole. Ready? Ready? And now we just pop them together. That's good. And then we pop this off. Into there, and we paint it over. Awesome. Look at that. Yeah. Look at that. That's awesome. It's working. I can't believe it's working. Alrighty. I'll paint it over a little bit more. See, the side note, it's pretty sad how people here usually don't appreciate old things. Yeah, it always sucks when people don't appreciate something being old. We have a pretty good amount of people here who like old tools and stuff. But there's a lot of people that just don't get that, and it's sad. Cool. Let's do another one. This work looks great. Thank you. I think so too. This is turning out really well. Actually, that's the way it should be. That's one thing about this channel, young dude doing old stuff. You get it? Yeah, I like old stuff is cool. Like, especially the fact that what they were able to make with way fewer tools than I have, and it just more skill, is like, I can appreciate that. I know a lot of people these days can't, but I can appreciate it. And like, that's what matters to me. Hello Jeff, how are you doing? We are making a sheath for, where is it? This knife that I made the other day. It's been more than the other day. But we've got the first rivet in, and I'll show you how we're doing that. But it's really cool. I like it. I like this process, and I'm surprised it works. God damn it. So what we've got is, I'm taking these pop rivets, just basic blind rivets, and taking the little shell out, cutting it in half with the wire cutters, so it looks like that, and then I'm opening it back up with the thing, and then I'm putting two of them on the one rivet and squishing, using that to like rivet the leather together, and it's working really well. Random side note, the house I lived in, the house I lived from 18th century, and it's way better than the apartment I used to live in. That's awesome. But yeah, like, old stuff is cool. Alrighty. Alright, so now I'll use these rivet poppers to cinch the two different rivet heads together. Not quite. Like so. And then wire cutters again to cut off the excess. Oh, I did them backwards. That's fine. And then we peen it over.